Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another edition of the good, the bad, the ugly, the juice review show brought to you by the Department of Inhaled Vapors. Now, the two I want to show you today is part two of my look at the new short fills from Villain Vapors. Yes, as I stated in part one, they are back in the EU. Two I'll be looking at will be pair of Deuces and, last but not least, Capone. I've got to say for the record, any views or opinions you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I've not been paid to do this review. These were very kindly sent to me from Solevan France, the EU distributors for Villain. Also, any individual taste setups and, of course, power levels will alter what you get from a juice. I can only tell you what I'm getting personally. Weapon of choice today will be the Smok G Priv 2, and that's got the AIM-09 dripper from Asvape, dual cooled to 0.29. Also, the cotton I'm using today is from Red State, a cotton company from Germany. Right, on with the review. Won't go through the bottle safeties and also the short fill nature of these because I already did that in part one. I should put the link into this so you can have a look at that. Also in the description I'll put in the link to the EU distributors, which as I said before, Solevan France. And I'll also give you the link for Villain Vapors as well. On to the review. I'm going to start off with a pair of Deuces. All juices today, you will see, I think, after the Nick shot are around about a 75-25 VG PG blend and are 3 milligrams in strength. Now, I have done these flavours before in a different form. That was in the pre-Nick mix days. Doing these again to see how the short fills are comparing to how the original ones were. So I'm going to start off with a pair of Deuces. Yep. Here we go, let's give it a blast. Right, I'm not going to start off at 128 watts because that'd be bloody stupid. I'm going to start off at 52 watts. Or 3.7 volts. Basically what your old Ego pen used to pump out at. Here we go. No throat hit. Good cloud production. Flavour. Now, I have also got to state for the record that the Nick shot for this was put in around about 7 days ago, so it's had time to bond and steep in. Flavour. There is a really, really juicy pear going on this, on the inhale at least anyway. It really is, it really does flood the mouth with pear juice. A very natural, juicy pear. That kind of stops on the exhale because that's where a honeydew melon flavour comes with it. It's an unusual combination, but it's a combination that does work. But that pear is so, as you get it in, it really does hit the flavour profiles on your tongue. It hits all the areas. And so just that nice honeydew ending. Ooh. I'm going to go up. I've got a feeling that some of these flavours may change and may come together a little bit better higher up. But that pear works really, really well low down. I'm going to go up to 62. Should be about 4 volts if I remember rightly. Yep, 62 watts. As expected, cloud production goes up. Still no throat hit, which is good. One thing I have noticed with these flavours, I noticed it in part one, and I've noticed it again in this one in part two. There seems to be more flavour in this short fill than what they were originally. They were good originally, but I'm finding these better. It's a more full flavour you're getting. Wow. The pear and the honeydew just combined them together, and that's a really, really good, well-rounded fruit taste in the mouth. You can still identify both the fruits, but they're coming together. That's really good. It's a really juicy, fruity vape. It's another one that can quite happily go into my all-day rotation. If you just want, it wakes the mouth up because it's that juicy. That pear is absolutely gorgeous. I shall just have to do a little play with this because I just noticed I'm actually in soft mode, which isn't great. Normal, that's better. Thank you. Try that again. If you're a fan of pear, I'd go for that one straight away because the pear is outstanding. It is such a hit of pear juice. But the honeydew does complement it nicely. It does blend in really, really well, especially on 4 volts. Yeah. I'm going to go up to 69 or 4.2. Basically what your old 18650 will pump out in a mech. No, I will not go to 69. I should go to 67. That's better. 4.2 volts. Just going to have another little squirt on there. I will say from what I just got from that, it goes into more of a sour pear and a sour watermelon flavour. Not watermelon, honeydew flavour. Comes out like more like those little sweets. I'm preferring this more at 4. It's a bit on the sour note higher up. If you like more the sour sweets, I'd go high up on this one. If you want a more natural flavour of both of them, but a very juicy pear, I'd go for 4 volts. I'd go for around about the mid-range on the power for this if you want more the natural fruit instead of that soured effect fruit. But overall, yes, it does exactly what it says on the tin. That is really, really nice. That's a pair of Deuces from Villain Vapors. I'm going to have a quick blowout and then I shall move on to Capone. Now, Capone was the first one that kind of got me interested again in tobacco flavours. When I initially quit smoking and went on to vaping, yeah, I went through tobacco flavours because it's what I knew, it's what I was comfortable with, it's my comfortable zone. So as my taste buds come back, and I started to taste what tobacco was like, I was like, oh, actually, no, I don't really like that. But that's going back to what tobaccos used to be in them days. I mean, tobaccos these days are a hell of a lot better. But then this one came along, Capone. Basically, it's an RY4. It's a caramel vanilla tobacco. And I kind of liked it. And I kind of went through the bottle rather quickly. So I'm very interested to see what this one is like now. I mean, there are a lot more decent tobacco ones out there now than what, say, 6 years ago we had to go through. It wasn't great. A lot of them they thought they had to add the dirty ashtray effect to it. And I was like, no, this is what I'm trying to get away from. Anyway, I'm going to start off again at 53. Here we go, 3.7 volts. No throat hit, clouds, evident. flavour. It's a very vanilla-y RY4. It's a very creamy, I'd say voluptuous RY4. The inhale is kind of like a smoky vanilla. And that really does work well. Towards the end of that inhale and as the exhale starts, you do get little notes of caramel start swirling into that as well. They're not very defined, to be fair. It's more the vanilla. Vanilla is blasting through this, and I say just with that tobacco twang to it as well, make it kind of a little bit of a smoky tobacco, a smoky vanilla. But although it's there, the caramel is playing very, very, very much a back note. Going to go up to 62. No, I'm not. Up to 56. There we go, 4 volts. Higher up, that caramel comes in a lot quicker and it's got a lot more strength behind it. Swirls and blends in very nicely with the vanilla. With that kind of fine tobacco end. That's nice. This one hasn't been improved on. Mind you, it was, don't get me wrong, this was good in its pre-Nick Mix evolution, but it's just as good. There has been no deterioration in the actual quality of this. So the other 4 on the, maybe I say the other 4 on the fruity ones, I've noticed there is more flavour in them. And like I said before, once again, they were good before, but the fruity ones now taste even better. Whereas this one, it was high quality before, and it's still high quality. There hasn't been any boost in the flavourings. It's just a bloody good RY4. If anyone is questioning why my power levels have altered, obviously from that first Deuces, because I did notice that the mod was in soft mode. But I'm a twat. But anywho. Yeah, that's a nice relaxing vape, to be honest. It's just a nice flavoured tobacco vape. Right, now I'll go up to 62. No, I won't. I'll go up to 60. Yeah. 60 watts. Higher up, you lose a lot of the caramel. It goes more, not caramel, I'll take that back. You lose a lot of the vanilla and me from view. It's a very caramelly tobacco vape. I say now more of a smoky caramel than a smoky vanilla that you got lower down. So it's one that you can play around with. If you like your caramel more than vanilla, go high up. Opposite way, if you like vanilla more than that, go low down. If you want a happy melding of both worlds there, go for around about that middle one. It's nice as a tobacco vape. With that that caramel smoky. It's kind of like burnt caramel taste that you get on like a creme brulee. But without the harshness, because there is a burnt caramel flavour out there, and it's harsh as hell. I don't know why, it always irritates my throat. This isn't irritating my throat. Once again, a nice chilled out vape. I can quite happy go for a bit of that as well. That is Capone for you tobacco lovers out there. Well, that brings me to the end of this review. Once again, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Solevan France for sending me these for review. As I say, they are now the EU distributors for Villain. I'd like to say a big thank you to Villain as always. Always a pleasure doing a review for you guys. only downside I've got with these, as I said in part 1, is the filling mechanism. They are an arse to get out. They are an arse to get out. If there is some way that between Villain and Solevan France, you can change this to make it easier to get into, so you can actually put your nick shot in, that would be brilliant. That would be really, really helpful. But apart from that, come back bigger and better than ever, and I'm more than impressed with that. Villain, I'm gonna plead to you now. The UK wants Feta Pop back. The amount of people that still got fond memories of Feta Pop, we want it back. Please, if at all possible, bring Feta Pop back to the EU, and we will all be happy campers. Well, on that note, all it leaves me to do now is to say, if you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel, and I shall be back soon with some more reviews. Take care, people.